the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Henry again on second down. Escapes the defender. It's a room to maneuver. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cook. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Here's Tannehill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. On the move to his left. Man open, here is Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing, Cook. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Cook. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off play action. Cook. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Cook. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Henry running right through him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Anthony Ferkser, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cook. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Cook. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Cook. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the play fake. Cook. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
121 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Breaks through the contact. Gets by him, and now a little daylight.
Wrap up.
Still moving. The 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Cook. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Cook. It's caught by Funchess. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Taken in by Pascal out left. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Moore. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Cook. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Funchess has it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Cook. Caught left side by Funchess. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Flush to his right. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Rodgers on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. From the gun, it's Taylor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Cook. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Throwing, Cook. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cook. He's going to take another shot here.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time.